Good morning. Hey, y'all. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everyone? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, y'all. Say it with me. Wake up and win. Wake up and win. Wake up and win. Listen, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Wake Up and Win live with your girl, Dr. Najuma. What's that little hair doing? Um, Thank you for joining us. It is May the 1st. It is May the 1st, and I'm super excited to be on live on this Winner's Wednesday. It is a Winner's Wednesday. And you know what we do on Wednesdays. We encourage you to celebrate each and every one of your wins. Why? Because no matter how small, no matter how big, no matter how wide, no matter how deep, the win is a win is a win and is worthy of celebration because it is the momentum of wins, one after the other. That gets us to wherever it is we're trying to get to. And it builds momentum. It builds momentum. And so celebrate your wins today. I know for myself, the win I am celebrating is I did an interview this morning at 4:45 a.m. with the BBC News, and super excited just been able to share a little bit more about my father in ministry who transitioned recently, which is why I've not been on here. Um, and uh, and he recently transitioned, and then we had wonderful 2 day celebration of life program. Where all of LA and people from out of town came, and we even got a message from the Vice President Kamala Harris. And so it's been quite a time. It has been quite a time, and but I'm just glad about this start of the new month. For me, I love the first of the week. I love the first of the month. I love the first of the year. I love the first day of the new season. Why? Because it is the beginnings, the first, that always gives a great opportunity for you and I to reset, to recharge, and to reprogram even. And so that's what I'll be doing today, kind of getting myself for a great reset for the month of August. So let's get into. I'm gonna do something with this light real quick because I think, yeah, it's too much in my glasses. There we go. It was too much in my glasses. But I'm super excited to be on with you all this morning. So before we get into our today's win word, let me reintroduce myself for those that may not be familiar. I am your girl, Reverend Dr. Najuma. I'm a pastor, a spiritual growth coach, and I do a lot of work in the space of community and civic engagement here in around Los Angeles, and super excited to share with you weekly win word. So, what I know for sure, what I've come to know for sure, and all the work that I do, is that you can go through a major loss, whatever that is for you, because your loss is not my loss, and my loss is not your loss. But you can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, repair, replace, and get back out there and win again. You can go through a major loss, recover, restore, rebuild, refresh, and get back out there and win again. And so I use this platform to offer a daily, weekly win word so that whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you have been through or going through or might go through in the future, you will have information, you will have support, you will have encouragement, and even some tools on how you can get up, get out there, and win again. So let's get into today's win word. Let's get into today's win word, and that is you did your best. Today's win word is you did your best. Listen, I have learned that when we go through a major loss, because of the grief, sometimes the emotional and mental impact, we're not always operating at our greatest capacity. We're not always operating at our highest bandwidth and all the things, right? But we're out there. We're out there giving it our all. We're out there. We're showing up. You're getting up. You're putting your clothes on. And it can feel like I'm not achieving at this level, or I'm not completing at this level. I'm only doing this much. And I want to encourage those of you who have gone through a major loss or going through a major loss, or some of you may in the near future go through a major loss. And part of what we have to acknowledge and even count as a win is when we have done our best. When we have actually done our best. I'm sorry, hold on one second. There we go. When we've actually done our best. And some days, listen, check this out. Some days Your best is really your best. And then some days, your best is just your best. And I want to offer to you today that don't negate any of it. I remember a time, you know, a couple years after losing my son, and I was trying to get something done, and I was having a difficult time because grief shows up in waves, right? And there was some depression with that, and sometimes just energy, right? I just don't have energy for it. And someone said to me, Najuma, give yourself a break. You're doing the best you can. And I was like, you know what? I am going to give myself a break on that. I am doing my best. Even though I was 2 years removed from my son's life being taken, I'm still being impacted by that, right? We're almost 6 years out, and I'm still being impacted by it. And I want to encourage you, no matter what your loss been, you may have lost your job. I saw someone post on social media, a celebrity, that their dog had passed away, and they're very close to their dog. And whatever that person shows up and does today, they actually may not be at their optimum level. They may just be able to give what their best is. And I want to acknowledge with you today that your best today is your best. And it may not be the best you can do in overall, but it's your best for today. I posted on my Instagram page a reel of me doing dishes, and I was sharing that one of the ways grief shows up for me is that dishes pile up and things, mail piles up, paperwork piles up. But on that day, I was doing my best by just getting these dishes done, one dish at a time. And it wasn't my best optimally in life in general overall. Of course not. Of course not. But in that day, with what I've been dealing with recently and what I'm processing currently, that was my best. And so I want to offer you to give yourself grace that you did your best. You're doing your best. Keep doing your best until your best becomes your best. And it's going to get there. You're going to get up and get out there, and you're going to win, and you're going to give life your full best. So maybe your best today is whatever you can get accomplished. But tomorrow and the next day and the next week and the next month, as you just keep showing up to give your best, you actually get to the place of giving your best. Someone said to me recently, I was shared with me about a sermon. They were like, wow, you know, you can see the energy change. I've been giving it my best for the last 6 years, but there's been a shift, there's been a change, there's been some right rebirthing, some rebuilding, some renewing, some refreshing, and now I'm giving my best sermons. And so I want to invite you to acknowledge what your best is, whatever that is for you. And you might need to sit down and write that out, like, what's my best right now? What's the best that I can do? You may have to go to your job and say, listen, I know you want me to perform at this level, but my best right now is right here. I know you want me to do all these tasks, but the best thing I can do right now is this. Some of you might have to say to your children, your family members, listen, I know you're used to mom, dad operating up here, but right now it's right here. And realizing that right here is not a bad thing. Right here is your best. You did your best. You're doing your best. And here's the thing, keep doing your best. And understand that when we've gone through a major loss, the grief, the disappointment, the depression sometimes, the shifting of mental, emotional energy, all of that weighs in on what our best will look like. And I want to encourage you, I want to invite you today to just keep doing your best. You did your best. Keep doing your best until your best becomes your best. And it gets there. I do believe it gets there. I know it gets there. I've seen it get there. I know how far I've come. I know how far others have gone. And I have hope and I have faith and I have belief that it gets better. It gets better. It definitely gets better. So you did your best. And because today's a Winner's Wednesday, I want you to celebrate whatever your best was. Celebrate that. And know that next week it might be on another level. And the week after that, it might be higher and greater and wider and deeper, whatever the case might be. But today, I want you to celebrate the fact that you did your best. You did your best in that project. You did your best on that that situation. You did your best on that phone call. You did your best in that decision making. You did your best. You were going through some things. You did your best. You healing from some things. You did your best. You've come through some things. You did your best. You're still working on some things. You did your best. You're still a work in progress. You did your best. I want you to celebrate today on this Winners Wednesday that you did your best. And I want to encourage you to keep doing your best until your best becomes your best. It gets there. It gets there. So on this May 1st, I want to invite you to get your journals out. You know, we're always talking about having our journals, having our journals. I want to invite you to get your journal out and just write out what your best is. What will be your best for the month of May? Set the intention. What will be your best for the month of May? Get your journal out. Write it down. What will be your best for the month of May? And go for it. And don't overdo it if you're not there yet. See, we want you to win. I want to see you get out there and win. And so write out what your best will be for the month of May. And then celebrate every win as it comes. Celebrate every win as it comes. All right. So listen, y'all, thank you for joining me on Wake Up and Win with your girl, Dr. Najuma. I want to invite you to please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Let somebody know that we are out here in these May streets, and it's May 1st and May Day, and I'm super excited. And for those of you looking for some coaching, in the link tree below is a tab to book your free clarity call, so you can book that with me. And yeah, let's connect. But please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you all tomorrow morning for another Win Word with your girl, Dr. Najuma. We out, y'all. Peace.